Yo, what up? It's Friday, February 17th, like 1 p.m. You know what I'm saying? I thought I should just get on here. I probably got a few things on my mind. Probably not a lot of people gonna feel. Not too many people feel a lot of stuff I say. But for a while, I've just been talking about a lot of negative stuff happening in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And I know a lot of people think I just be bragging, A lot of people get tired of hearing me talk, you know what I mean? But honestly, it wasn't a lie. And I tried to, try to teach a few people, educate a few people about the things that do go on, in finance and around the world and, globally, also, nationwide, locally. I mean, people are watching Harrisburg, PA. Like, you might not think Harrisburg, PA doesn't really have an effect to those places overseas and things of whatnot, but we don't produce our own resources in this country, so anything imported really has an influence on the countries, the things, the goods, and the resources are imported from. So yes, they pay attention to little cities like this. They're gonna know. They're gonna know where we are, how to get here. They might not speak the same languages, and they might not use the same currency, the same type of money, but and it might be different religions, but I don't really think it's a religious thing. I don't think there's really anything about religion that has anything to do with resources and imports and taxes paid on it, because someone's gonna know I got ripped off no matter what language they're saying it in. So, I try to say to people, I try to educate people, we need to wake up and see that. And a lot of people thought I was just talking bad about Harrisburg, like you're always down in the city. It was like, no, this is real, And now I guess they came out with a video, it was called as Harrisburg's Nightmare, America's Future. And, America's really riding on Harrisburg, because whether anyone knows that money that we have, the state capital and everything, that money doesn't just generate itself. And when you run out of money, you need someone that's going to give you some more money. And there's probably going to be interest on it, a lot of interest, because you have to pay it back, and you have to pay more back because they gave you more at one time. It's like when you go to the club and you buy a bottle of champagne or vodka or something, and it costs more than it did in the store because I'm giving it to you now. You can't buy it anywhere else right now. So, and that's one thing I wanted to get into. A lot of people are doing that. These social networks and everything. People get on and they're showing off and they're talking about, yeah, I popped this bottle, I popped that bottle last night, I bought this. Some people aren't even using credit cards, aren't using debit cards, aren't using prepaid credit cards. They have prepaid credit cards now for people. Like if you're somebody who don't really understand credit and you have no established credit, there are prepaid credit cards now. So there's no excuse really. And you're not even held accountable for it. There's no type of tax in that transaction when you're buying these champagne bottles and these vodkas at these nightclubs, and you want credit for them, but there's no log because you're spending dollars. There's no tax that can record it and say, hey, he bought this, so we got to give him credit for buying that. And it's just getting really bad because the interest will take over. A lot of people don't understand interest. It will really take over. So I was sitting here, I was saying to myself, we could blame Stephen R. Reed, we can blame Linda Thompson, you feel me? But what happens if they take the blame one day? What if they just get tired of everyone blaming them and say, okay, I'll take the blame for it, whatever. If there's a reason really for them to take the blame. What happens when every grant given to start a local business is blown by the applicants? The applicants, they want to have a fame, they want to be a celebrity now. These people who go around spending grant money, they haven't done any work yet to pay the interest back of the money that was given to them through a grant, but they want to go downtown Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. They want to drink all the champagne. They want to mess with the young girls, have their image, questioned, the court hearings and things, lawyer fees, you know, buying more than one car and houses, things you don't need, extra cars and stuff. You want to show off your car collection now. You have all these houses and things. You don't even really need one. You only need one, really. But, the people that can't get out of their childhood, of who they wanted to be in their childhood, being the social outcasts. So now they got a little bit of money. They want to go back to the streets. They want to be the popular guy in the streets now. They get indicted. They blow all the grant money. Not only do you blow the grant money, you ruin the opportunity for another coming from that same exact struggle. You blow their opportunity. You blow all the opportunities for them even to trust the banks, the governments. You blow that trust factor for them to give money to anyone else. So, or when you don't pay taxes and there's tax evasion, you rather look like, when people rather look like a star downtown Harrisburg, PA, hanging with these club owners and whatnot, and acting like they know everyone, and they rather do it for the fame and rather than working in another state, creating opportunities, establishing credit for your quality of work, shining for the hometown, creating a brand name like a star. You want to live like a star, but you don't want to establish the credit of a star. When are we all going to stop blaming other people? Because all of us are not doing that much better than our mayors are for this city. It's about, are we doing it for the fame? Our fame, socially, or to benefit Harrisburg, Pennsylvania? Yeah, it might be dirt all over the city, but you gotta pick a corner to start cleaning first in a square foot. That's like, you gotta carry your own weight. That's like, I might buy some nice clothes. I might buy some jewelry. I might get my hair cut. I might brush my teeth. I might shave. I might use mouthwash. Take a shower. I might smell good. If I do that, I might get a nice car. I might get a nice house. There might be a female that likes that. She says, "Oh, I like him. I like that about him. That's different. I haven't seen a lot of people that done that." Someone else is gonna say, "Hold up, he did that. If he could get that girl, I don't gotta fight these dudes anymore over these girls. I could have one of them that like him." And so, it's a trend. You feel me? And trends, they influence others. And if you clean up your own dirt, eventually that trend will influence others to clean up their own dirt. Dirt doesn't clean itself. I don't know one closet full of clothes in this world that gets washed in one load in a washing machine. I don't even know a washing machine big enough to wash a closet full of clothes in one load. So yeah, like CNBC and CNN, Fox News, etc. They know who the mayors are of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. But if they came here physically to witness this culture, society, they're not going to care if we look a hot mess on camera over our mayor, making the city bankrupt, or it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how we look on camera over them, because we're not them. We're our own people, and we have free will to do things. We can do things better. They know the celebrities. These news stations, they know the celebrities, they know the athletes, public figures, Wikipedia, demographics of the city. They know the more money borrowed, the less land to fix, because Harrisburg, Pennsylvania is not a major city, which why, based by quid pro quo, it's one of the most dangerous cities in Pennsylvania, also one of the most dangerous cities in the United States, because it is not a big place with a lot of people. They'll say, these news stations, they're going to say, "So what do you do so much better than your mayors? You seem to travel a lot more than they have time to do. You're on the road more. You're doing more promotional things. You seem to have more social gatherings, more of a social influence. When you Twitter when your Twitter got all these followers and your YouTube accounts have all these subscribers and your music is being downloaded, purchased, you're on Billboard, ASCAP and all of them. Everyone's looking at you. You're a celebrity now, you know? You have more of a social influence than the mayors do. So, they're gonna ask you, they're gonna want to see, they're gonna say, what do you do for your society, your culture of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania? Because they're gonna ask you, do you do charity? Have you ever done anything free for the city? Have you ever done anything that hasn't had a price to pay that you benefited from? That's what they're gonna say. And don't think they don't ask me these same questions. It's Porter Mac, Shrizz, PMS A7. I do Coast to Coast mixtapes, but I give a lot out for free. I've seen other artists. I'm gonna use one for example, Wale. He does a lot, and sometimes, yeah, we might spend more than we make back. We might not make back anything because we didn't do that. That wasn't the influence of why we did it. We're trying to make people feel positive about themselves. Not lower self-esteem. It's good. It takes it takes more than just one, to do this. And if we clean up our little area first, who knows? Everyone might start cleaning their areas up. You get to a point, we got a little teeny tiny pile of dirt over here. And so we got to stop crying too, We got to stop crying about being more popular, being more famous. We got to stop crying about people aren't helping us. Why isn't anyone helping us? Help yourself, get out there, find something, chin up, It's only gonna happen if we all do it together and eventually come back. And when we all come back, I'm gonna tell you, like Nipsey Hussle, he has a group called All Money In, and that's what it is, They all came back and said, look how much I made. Hey, look how much we made. Well, let's all put it in. Boom. We all made it. Let's go back and make some more. They went back and made some more. Put it back in. Boom. It's going to take us as Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, because, yeah, it's nationwide now. This stuff, these interviews about bankruptcy and it's affecting a lot of people in our country and in our world. So we got to wake up now and, we got to get it for our own. This is what it is. Get in where you fit in. GIFI. If you don't know what GIFI stand for, I don't know where you at. You need to find yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. I see people every day move a bunch of junk in their own little space, and they move it around. They get frustrated, they get hot, and they feel like they did some work because they moved a bunch of stuff in their house. They say, well, you didn't move anything for anybody else that you could have profited from. So you're frustrated of yourself. Don't take it out on me. So, yeah, that's what it is. PMS A7, Porter Mac, Shrizz, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We gotta get it.